Right now, while you're watching this video, someone is receiving a phone call that sounds exactly like the IRS. The voice is calm, professional, and completely convincing. And it's completely fake. If you filed your taxes recently or you're planning to file in the next few weeks, what I'm about to show you could save you from losing thousands of dollars and months of your life trying to fix something that should never have happened in the first place. My name is Margaret, and today I'm going to walk you through a tax scam that's exploding right now thanks to artificial intelligence. But I'm not just going to tell you about it. I'm going to show you exactly how it works, why even smart people are falling for it, and most importantly, what you need to do right now to make sure you're not the next victim. Let's start with something that happened just last week. Michael Richardson is a high school teacher in Phoenix. He's not someone you'd call gullible. He's careful with his money, double checks his emails, and he's heard all the warnings about phone scams. But 3 days ago, he nearly lost his entire tax refund, and he didn't realize what was happening until it was almost too late. It started with a text message. The message said his tax refund was on hold due to a verification issue and that he needed to confirm his identity within 48 hours or the refund would be cancelled. The message included a link. It looked official. The URL even had IRS in it. Michael clicked the link, entered his information, and 2 hours later, his bank account was locked, his identity was flagged, and his refund was rerouted to an account in another state. He thought he was being careful, he thought he was doing the right thing, and that's exactly what makes this scam so dangerous. Now, before we go any further, I want you to understand something critical. This is not your typical phishing scam. This is not some poorly written email with bad grammar and obvious red flags. This is sophisticated. This is targeted. And this is working because it's designed to look and sound exactly like what you'd expect from a real tax agency. So let's break down exactly how this scam operates step by step, because understanding the mechanics is the only way to protect yourself. Step 1, the setup. Scammers are tracking tax season like a calendar. They know when most people file. They know when refunds are processed. They know when people are expecting money. And they time their attacks to match those expectations. That means if you filed your taxes 2 weeks ago and you're waiting on a refund, you're in the prime window for being targeted right now. The contact usually comes in one of 3 ways: a phone call, a text message, or an email, sometimes all 3. The message is always urgent, but not panicked. It's framed as a routine issue that needs quick attention. Something like, your refund is pending verification, or there's been a discrepancy in your filing that needs to be resolved. Notice the language. It's not threatening. It's administrative, that's intentional. Step 2, the hook. Here's where things get psychological. The scammer doesn't ask for money right away. They don't demand payment. They don't threaten you with arrest. Instead, they ask you to verify something. Maybe it's your social security number. Maybe it's your filing status. Maybe it's a code that was supposedly sent to your email. This is the trap, and most people walk right into it because it doesn't feel dangerous. It feels like paperwork. And here's the thing. Once you start engaging, you've already lost the first layer of defense, which is skepticism. You're no longer asking if this is real. You're trying to finish the task. And that shift in mindset is everything. Step 3, the voice. If it's a phone call, the voice matters. And thanks to AI, scammers now have access to voice cloning technology that can replicate human speech patterns almost perfectly. These aren't robotic voices anymore. They pause. They use filler words like and let me check that for you. They sound patient, helpful, even slightly bored, like a real government employee who's done this 1,000 times. In fact, some of these AI voices are so convincing that people have stayed on the phone for 20 minutes or more, answering questions, providing information, and never once suspecting they were talking to a machine. Step 4, the verification trap. Once you're engaged, the scammer will ask you to verify your identity. This is where the real damage happens. They might ask you to read back a code sent to your phone. That code is real. It's a two-factor authentication code, but it's not for the IRS. It's for a service the scammer is trying to access using your stolen information. When you read that code out loud, you're handing them the keys. Or they'll send you a link to a fake IRS portal. The page looks identical to the real thing. Same logo, same layout, same color scheme. You enter your information thinking you're securing your account, but you're actually giving the scammer everything they need to file a fraudulent return, redirect your refund, or steal your identity outright. Step 5. The aftermath. Here's what most people don't realize. The damage doesn't happen immediately. Your refund doesn't disappear the same day. Your account doesn't get drained in the first hour. Instead, the scammer files changes quietly in the background. They reroute your refund to a different account. They update your mailing address. They create a paper trail that looks authorized because it's coming from your verified credentials. And while all of this is happening, you're sitting at home thinking everything is fine. You assume the delay is normal. You assume the IRS is just slow. You assume your refund will show up eventually. And by the time you realize something is wrong, weeks have passed, and the scammer is long gone. Now here's the part that makes this even worse. Fixing it is not fast. The IRS does not have a quick reversal process for scam-related issues. You can't just call them and undo it. You'll need to file an identity theft affidavit. You'll need to request a tax transcript. You'll need to potentially wait months for a resolution, and in some cases, you may not get your full refund back at all. So let's talk about how to avoid this completely, because prevention is the only strategy that actually works. Rule number 1, the IRS does not initiate contact through phone calls, text messages, or emails, ever. If you receive any of those, it's fake. The IRS starts with mail, physical mail, sent to your address on file. If you haven't received a letter, the call is not real. Rule number 2, never share verification codes with anyone. I don't care how official they sound. I don't care how convincing the story is. If someone asks you to read back a code sent to your phone or email, the conversation ends immediately. Hang up, delete the message, walk away. Rule number 3, do not click links in tax-related messages. If you need to check your refund status, go directly to irs.gov yourself. Type it into your browser. Do not use a link from a text. Do not use a link from an email. Do not use a search result that might be a paid ad. Go directly to the official site. Rule number 4, know how the IRS actually communicates payment issues. The IRS will never demand immediate payment by gift card, wire transfer, Venmo, Cash App, or cryptocurrency. If someone asks for payment that way, it's fake. No exceptions. Now, if you think you've already been targeted, here's what you need to do right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. First, contact the IRS directly using the number listed on their official website. Explain what happened. Ask them to flag your account. Second, contact your bank or credit card company immediately. Even if no money has moved yet, alert them to potential fraud. Document everything. Third, freeze your credit with all 3 major credit bureaus. This prevents anyone from opening new accounts in your name while you're dealing with the fallout. Fourth, file a report with the Federal Trade Commission at identitytheft.gov. This creates an official record and gives you a recovery plan. And fifth, change your passwords, all of them, especially anything connected to financial accounts, email, or tax software. Here's the final truth you need to understand. This scam is not going away. It's going to get more sophisticated. The voices are going to get more convincing. The websites are going to look more real. And the targeting is going to get more precise. The only way to protect yourself is to stop trusting the contact and start verifying everything yourself. If someone reaches out to you about your taxes, assume it's fake. Slow everything down. Verify through official channels. And remember, urgency is a weapon. The IRS doesn't rush you, scammers do. That's it for today. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to see it. And if you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one.